Hey YouTube, I'm Kenneth Ryan.
And I'm Lindsay Resop.
And we're back with another exciting episode of Fanfiction Friday where we are continuing to read...
So fun.
Oh, yeah, we're continuing to read A Sad Secret, parentheses, red, X green, close parentheses, Yaoi, by Izzy Murder. As you may have noticed, I'm a glutton for punishment, and I hate myself, and this is a good fic. So good. 10 stars, obviously.
He also enjoys punishing other people.
I do. I'm making Lindsay sit through this. I'm like, we're not quitting. We're powering through this fic because we're going to see if it gets better.
I'm like, we should just stop after this one day.
No. We're going.
This.
We're going to keep going. So, this is chapter 5 of the fic. If you are just joining us, go watch the previous episode. Duh. That way you'll know what's happening. This chapter is titled Green, apostrophe, close parentheses. Also known as Green Smiley Face with a Tear. And the foreword for this chapter is, hey guys, you're about to see a lot of cursing. From Green mainly, lol. Bad Green. Enjoy. Any other ideas? Please tell me. Alright, chapter 5 opens with Red's point of view.
I just can't believe half the story.
This is...
I just laughed.
I feel like this fic...
it's so terrible.
I feel like this fic just has us suspended in a state of constant disbelief where we're just like, this can't possibly get worse.
We need to read the Christian mother who rewrote Harry Potter.
We will try. We can squeeze shit in.
Anyone who's watching this, go read that fanfiction.
Yes. You know, speaking of bad fanfictions, we're going to read My Immortal. I'm making sure we do at some point, but maybe not after this. Maybe we should read a good one after this, because this is two bad ones in a row.
I'm going to find a really good one. I'm going to make it Homestuck, even though you don't care.
I don't know Homestuck,
I have
but that's
so
fine.
many things tagged.
Okay, so, Red's point of view. I was woke up by a horny Giovanni. I'm going to die from being wrapped. I had just stopped bleeding, too. Giovanni climbed on top of me again, and he was enjoying while I tried showing no emotion of pain. Scream at me, pet. Tell me to stop. Giovanni growled at me. I just glared at him. Fine. Guess I'll just to make it hurt a lot more. He smiled wickedly. He grabbed a small knife from the table beside the bed. He slid it down, making a small cut on my chest. I whimpered, and he just smiled. Let's make that into a scream, Giovanni said. Help, Green. Help me, please. Green! I yelled as Giovanni stabbed me in the thigh. Wrong name, Giovanni growled.
Green's point of view. I had busted the door, letting my legendary Pokemon Raikou plow through Team Rocket as I rode him.
Time out! How does he have a legendary Raikou? This was never mentioned ever.
It's his special team.
Okay, whatever. Time back in. I'm done.
I don't know if canonically he has...
Oh, look. Here.
I never really caught this Pokemon. It joined me the day Entei was here.
When was Entei here? The switch of these narratives is so annoying because we were in what could have been, if it was well written, and a very emotional scene, which is jumping to, oh, I have my legendaries, Entei was here. No big deal. The next line is Pikachu and my shiny Umbreon, no big deal. My friend's just being raped. I hate this. I hate this more than I hate myself, I think.
Hey.
Continue.
Pikachu was on my shoulder still, and my shiny Umbreon was walking beside me. Raikou, we need to find Red, I said, and Raikou roared.
Green!
I heard Red yelling. Pika! Pikachu took off, and I hopped onto Raikou, following Pikachu. Pikachu was scratching at a big metal door.
Ow! Get off! It hurts!
Red shouted. Raikou, Hyper Beam! I picked up Pikachu, moving away from the door as Raikou I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it Q or
Raikou. I call it Raikou. I don't know.
I was pissed now. Red was covered in scratches and bruises. His eye were red from tears, and his ass was bleeding. Giovanni pulled out of him and looked at me.
Green. Woo! Microphone started to fall. That'll be a nice sound.
Yeah. Red whimpered as Giovanni touched Red's head.
Good pet.
Giovanni stood, staring at me now. You motherfucking bastard! How dare you touch him, fuckface! I shouted, stomping to Giovanni, and Raikou followed, growling.
Gavage. I think I just want to cry.
You're lying.
I just... I don't know.
No words for mostly. I'm just like,
I'm speechless. Anyways, I'm done with him anyway. He's too boring and just garbage. If you want my leftovers, you can have them.
He started to walk past me. Wrong past. But I grabbed him and punched him in the fucking face as hard as I could. Raikou! Thunder that sick fuck, I said, and Raikou unleashed all its fury into that thunder as I walked over to Red.
These typos really just take you out of the game.
Yeah.
I can't...
Although, I'm not sure we ever really get in the game, honestly.
That's so true. I feel like no emotional attachment to any of these characters.
It's just like...
It's just... Umbreon
Flail.
used bit on those restraints.
That's mine.
I know. Green.
Red started crying. Umbreon, use bit on these restraints, I said, and Umbreon obeyed.
Don't look at me. I'm disgusting.
Red said, starting to cover his body, but I stopped him.
You know, okay, I'm gonna time out here. I feel like someone might actually feel that way.
Yeah.
For the first time in this fic, that makes sense.
I mean, and
to
like
me.
the nightmares and stuff.
Right,
yeah.
that makes sense too. So, I understand.
Although I'm not sure he should have stopped him from covering himself.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't good. But, you know, that line of dialogue, like, don't look at me, that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the I'm disgusting should have been in there.
Yeah.
But don't look at me definitely makes... I get that. Okay, sorry.
But it would be something that someone might feel.
I get it. Just time back in. I'm sorry.
Don't ever say that again, I said, kissing him gently on the lips.
Pika?
Pikachu rubbed its face against Red's. Once Umbreon freed him, I picked him being gentle. Raikou, can you find Red a blanket? I asked, and Raikou took off.
Please don't tell my mother about this.
Red whispered, leaning his head against me, looking exhausted. I won't. Just take a nap, I said, kissing the top of his head. I thought about taking him back to the cave when Raikou brought me a blanket to cover Red up. I'm not going to take him back there. He will want to clean up when he wakes up. I decided to take him back to the lab. Raikou, return. You too, Umbreon. Go Charizard. Charizard. I sent him out, and he looked at me confused. Need you to fly us back to Pallet Town, I said, climbing on and holding on to Red at the same time. Red was out cold and quietly snoring in my arms.
So now we're on chapter 6, which is called Shower. Green, what are we doing?
Oh my god, it's a comma.
I know. Alright, and the foreword for this chapter is Red going to tell Green he's falling in love with him? Is Green in love with Red? What the hell does Oak say when Green walks in with a naked, bloody Red? Let's find out, shall we?
That's not a... God, whatever. The shall we probably should be a question. Anyways,
Chapter
Green's
6.
point of view. I walked inside and heard, capitalized, Gramps walking this way. Shit, what was I gonna tell him about this? It's okay, Gramps. I just saved Red from a fucking old man that was raping him. That sounds awful. Gramps paused and looked at me and then at Red.
Good night.
He said, walking by me up the stairs. Wait, what the fuck? You know what? I'll just let it go. I sighed walking up the stairs.
Deus
into the
Ex
bathroom.
Machina. This whole thing is just like plot contrivance after plot contrivance after plot contrivance. I think I might have used Deus Ex Machina wrong. I don't care.
Deus Ex Machina is just like, there's a problem and suddenly some big miraculous solution comes by.
Like, let's look at this. Good night. You're carrying a bloody boy. No big deal.
He knew he was captured. They agreed
I
to
just
going
want to
after
eat
him.
some raisins. I hate it. Okay.
But he did know that Red was captured and that Green was going after him.
Oh my god, but if
But,
he was
I mean, he would show more concern.
He literally like looks at them and he's just like, "Good night."
Oh,
Continues up the stairs.
You've got him. He's fine now, obviously. He's bleeding in your arms, unconscious.
just
Clearly
go.
he's okay.
Go.
Red, wake up. Red. I nudged him, and he finally woke up.
What?
He said in a sleepy voice, which was adorable. You want to take a shower or a bath? I asked.
What are you? Oh, sure.
He said, realizing he was in a bathroom. I let him stand, but his legs gave out. What's wrong? I asked, helping him back up.
Guess I'm in shock or something.
Red looked confused, and I blushed. I could help you if you want, I said, watching him as his face went red. And he nodded, yes. I started the water, but Red frowned at me.
I don't think I can sit down.
Red frowned, making my face get redder. I'll still help you if you want me to, I said.
How you going to do that?
He asked. Get in with you. I can keep my clothes on, I said.
Red's point of view. You need a shower too, though, I said. What was I saying?
True, I do smell.
Green sniffed himself, then scrunched up his nose in disgust, making me laugh. Ha 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 ha!
I've been raped and I'm in shock, and this is so funny.
Have you ever watched the laughing scene from Final Fantasy X?
No.
Oh my god, I need to show you guys, it's a nightmare.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha!
It's all anime all day life. Oh.
No, that's literally, I'll show you guys. That's just what I thought of.
Okay.
Okay. It's you.
First time I heard you laugh in a long time.
He smiled. So what are we going to do? I asked as Green smiled at me.
I'm going to take a shower with you.
Green started taking off his clothes as he let me lean against a wall. This is wrong, right? I mean, I was just raped and yet I'm going to take a shower with Green. What am I doing?
Like you're gonna fuck
Are you aware that you can have platonic showers?
Yeah.
Red. Showers are not sexual things. They're where you get clean.
It'd probably be kind of dangerous.
I literally think I'm the embodiment of the Tumblr text post, tries to have sex in the shower, slips and breaks neck. That'd be me. Okay.
Leo.
Why did nobody think to seek medical attention?
I don't, because
Like,
there's only medical attention
Where's
for
Nurse
Pokemon.
Joy?
But she only does Pokemon.
I think of that one Tumblr post where it's like at the window and they're like, what the
Oh
fuck are
my
those? Because there's like normal fish.
Okay.
Anyways.
What am I doing?
Pokemon.
Green helped me in first as my legs wobbled in protest. Then he got in, holding me up. What are we doing? This is so wrong. Then stop! Red, if you think this is wrong, you stop the situation.
He's not saying that he doesn't want to do it. He's just saying that he thinks he shouldn't.
Well, if you don't think you should do something, you shouldn't be doing it. Whatever, okay.
Let's wash your hair first. Close your eyes.
Green said, putting shampoo in his hands. I stared at him a little scared, and he frowned at me.
You can trust me, Red.
Green said. I thought about it, then closed my eyes. His hands were gentle as he washed my hair and rinsed it. I opened my eyes to see Green reaching past me, but he froze. We were really close again, and I felt like time had stopped. He started to lean closer to me, with his eyes half-lidded, but it stopped. I wanted to kiss him, so I leaned in the rest of the way, closing my eyes.
This is terrible.
I think I'm in shock or something. Kiss me.
This next part.
Oomph. I said as I felt
God.
myself being pressed against the
Please
wall
tell
of
me
the
nothing
shower.
to it.
I still wasn't scared, though, even though me and Green were now French kissing. I was exploring his mouth with my tongue. His tongue met mine, and they danced together. Green, what kind of shower is this? I thought. Suddenly, Green pulled away, breathing heavily.
Sorry.
Why did you stop?
You
I asked. Green stuttered. Why did you stop? I asked, and Green's eyes went wide at me. I covered my mouth, wondering why I said that aloud. A whole loud. One whole single loud, he said. I hate my life. This is what I do. This is my job. One of many. I read this
Up.
for the internet.
You're good.
This is bad. I'm in shock. I can't stand. We're French kissing in the shower after I've been raped.
And I'm still not clean. I still haven't showered once
I am
since
upset.
being raped.
This plot progression is actually making me upset.
Yeah.
To the point where I might
it
start
is.
crying
It's-
like angry tears, shouting at the camera because I'm so mad. Oh, look. Yep. They're gonna do it.
Oh God.
Literally terrible.
There's a sex warning.
There is a sex warning. Okay, we'll get to it.
Oh my gosh.
I just don't want to push you too far and too fast.
Green blushed, looking down. I followed to see what he was looking at and realized what he meant. He was as hard as a rock. He smiled at me, then started getting out of the shower, but I stopped him. What am I doing? I pulled him back toward me and hugged him tightly. I do love Green, and I want him to be the only one to touch me. Warning, sex coming up. Skip if you want. You'll see this at the end of it. I just want you guys to know I want you guys to know that I, again, am not a credible source, but after all the emotional and sexual trauma that Red has been through, I highly doubt the last thing he wants is to have sex.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Someone can correct me if they know better than I do. But I highly doubt that that is what he wants. I understand he might want to be close to someone who makes him feel safe. I understand that he might want to be in an environment that he considers safe. But I do not think that... I'm sorry. I'm very upset.
That is very upsetting, though.
It
was literally, like, it wasn't even a day later. It's like
No.
he brought him back from being raped.
It's like the night.
I feel like I'm just gonna always play like devil's advocate here, but maybe it's just like the author is like he wants to replace this bad experience with whatever.
With a good one.
His butthole was bleeding.
Yeah, that is true.
Right?
His butthole was bleeding. I don't know. That's just really...
I'm going to try and rationalize this person.
Please try, because I cannot.
I will try and make it not as
like, literally
bad
making
sounding.
me angry.
But then,
like,
yeah.
What do you think?
This is Bethany off camera.
Yeah,
Yes.
Bethany's always off camera for these things.
We were gonna make a puppet for if
I
she's
just-
gonna help read for other characters.
I don't
but
know,
no.
just here, just go. You're up.
Red, you're not helping my issue.
I looked up to see Green biting his lip really hard. You can only touch me, I whispered.
Does he mean like only you?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. What did you say?
Green asked. I kissed him, and this time I deepened it. Green moaned and pressed his hard-on against me. He was trying to control himself, and it wasn't working. He pulled away again and looked at me frowning. Did I do something wrong? I asked. Green turned off the shower and picked me up, carrying me to his room.
Carring.
They're both naked. Gramps is still in the house. I just want you guys to know that. They left their clothes in the bathroom.
He said good night. He's going to bed.
Okay, whatever.
Hopefully he doesn't come out.
Whatever.
Okay.
Right here.
You started this. If you want me to stop, just say stop, okay? I'll try my best to control myself.
Green told me, laying me down in his bed. He made a growl noise and got on top of me, which did startle me, which made him pause again. Made him was one word.
Sorry, I'm trying. You just had to be so cute.
What? Is this like victim blaming? Like, I'm trying to control myself, but
Yeah.
you're so damn cute.
One literally.
That's what this
like,
sounds like to me. Am I wrong? Am I reading this
It
wrong?
does sound like that, although it's not really victim blame because he's not really a victim
I guess,
in
but
this
it's
sense.
like you're so cute. How could I not touch you?
Sorry for startling you. You were just so, I couldn't resist.
Okay, but like the last thing where he's like, "Oh, like if it gets to be too much for you, I'll try and stop myself." What do you mean, try and stop yourself?
If
the
Red-
boy was just raped.
If Red says stop, consent is so important. If you are doing something with someone and they stop mid whatever, you stop. It's done. The end.
You
Game
don't
over.
try and control yourself.
Yeah.
You control
Like,
yourself.
what the hell? It's not okay.
This thing is turning into us having like a political discussion about consensual sex.
But actually, though, like even if he hadn't been raped, that's still not something.
Even-
like, I'll
yes,
try
even
and
then.
stop myself.
If you tell me to stop.
Ugh.
This one part's already run over 10 minutes, just so you
Okay.
guys know.
I'll shut up. But that makes me angry.
Green
Yeah.
said, touching my face gently, making me go red. I started to kiss him again, making him chuckle at me, but I moaned as he started touching me all over. He played with my nipples, making them hard, and I was enjoying this for once.
Someone is excited.
Green said, touching my hard-on, making me moan. He smiled at me and kissed it, making me buck and him laugh. Don't torment me, I whined. He put his tongue on it and licked it, making me shiver in pleasure.
I'm pretty sure they're spelling tongue wrong, too.
T-O-N-G-U-E? Oh, there's no U.
The U is in front. T-O-U-N-G-E.
No, that's very wrong. That's definitely wrong.
I noticed that before, but I'm like, whatever.
Oh, boy.
Did I scare you?
Green looked worried, but I shook my head no and smiled. He put my hard-on in his mouth and started sucking on it.
I moaned and.
I moaned and grabbed the bed sheets, arcing my back. Gotta maintain that back arc.
Arch.
Green. I moaned and he smiled, taking me all in his mouth.
He apparently has experience, but
I arced my back
Deep
higher.
it's arch.
Arched my. It's just one word.
It's
so it's
arched my.
arched my back higher, wanting more, but at the same time, I felt bad because Green was not getting anything out of this. Green, I said between moans. He looked at me and pulled his mouth from my hard-on, leaving a trail of spit. That's
What is it,
disgusting.
Red?
He smiled at me and started nibbling on my neck, making me yelp in surprise. I want you to feel good too, I said, and he looked at me.
I really don't want to hurt you,
he said. I knew what he wanted to do now. He wanted to be inside me, but he knew my butt was probably still hurting. Well, Red, this is from your POV, so you would know whether or not it is hurting or not. You know?
Yeah.
You would know. There's no need for that, probably. Whatever. It's okay. I want you to do it, I said, making Green blush.
You sure?
He asked, and I nodded. He put 3 fingers in his mouth and made them all wet. I looked at him confused as to what he's doing when I felt one of the cold, wet fingers slid in my butt. Why is it cold? Your spit is warm. Your spit is body temperature. I don't know. I bucked and moaned. I am bottom, for once.
Uh-huh.
I bucked and moaned at this new feeling. He then slid in a
Slide.
second finger, slowly making my butt protest a bit. I winced, and I winced, and he slowed down even more. He played with it till I loosened, and then he put his 3rd finger in.
I'll need your lubricating my dick.
This is like a bad English translation. Green said, still playing with my butt. Lubricating? I asked.
I don't want to go in dry, because it will hurt you. I need you to lick all over my dick so it won't hurt you as bad.
There's no end quote.
But that's where it is.
I nodded and started licking
Why
his
don't they
dick,
get
and he moaned my
lubes?
name, making me blush. I made sure it was coated in my saliva.
Get some real lube before doing this for the
not-
first time.
It's not a very sexy sounding. This was the whole sentence. I made sure it was coated in my saliva. Yep, yummy. He then placed himself at my entrance.
Ready?
I nodded, and he entered slowly. I whimpered at the pain of this first buck, but then Green was holding me in his arms, and he was all the way in me.
Sorry, trying to be gentle.
He said, slowly going in and out. Feels good, I panted. He was holding me in a sitting position.
You're in control, with 2 L's.
He said.
Green's point of view. He started moving up and down slowly, making me moan loud. He had a flushed face and was looking up at me. How is he? Whatever. That's fine. He looked so cute, and I just wanted to hold him forever. Red was going slightly faster and panting, and a tear ran down his face. Red? I asked in a moan.
I'm okay. Just so good.
He panted. I was glad he was enjoying this so much. I started playing with his hard-on.
Green.
He moaned my name, making me feel hot. Red was moving as fast as he could, and I was bucking with him. I was close to my climax and locked our lips together and bucked faster.
This is the least sexy sex scene.
Red, I'm going to come soon.
I just need to say...
Aren't you so glad that... What do you think about the Narusasi one now?
They had better sex than this.
I moaned, and he just nodded, moving faster. Red arched his back and was going nuts as he tried to move faster.
Not nuts! Green!
He shouted, coming all over my and his chest. I came right after him inside, and he smiled at me, still panting. I pulled out of him slowly, trying not to hurt him. Sex scene over. All clear. Red, I love you, I said. Red eyes went wide, and he started crying. Sorry, did I hurt you? I was confused. Why was he crying?
I love you too, Green.
He let out a sob and clung to me. I held him tightly. Guess we need another shower, I said, laughing, and he started laughing too. Aw, happy ending. Just joking, not the end. Oh, great.
Yeah, there's more. Alright, we're gonna pick up the next chapter. Let's just keep trugging.
Okay.
Okay, so this next chapter is chapter 7. It's called Gramps, Shut Up. And the forward for this chapter is...
Gramps, shut up.
Gramps, yeah, there's no comma. Gramps, shut up. So here's the forward for this chapter. Hey guys, still looking for ideas, but I'll be going, maybe, but I'll keep going, maybe I'll get an idea. Magwad, vote for me, leave me comments, and enjoy, :D. Love you guys, Izzy Murder. She's so earnest. Chapter 7, Red's point of view. I rolled onto my back and jumped at the pain in my butt. Worst wake-up I've ever had. Wait, no, never mind. The worst wake-up is when Giovanni woke me up. I sighed and looked beside me to see Green missing. You're just like...
Lindsay's
I've broken Lindsay. She's broken.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it.
No, I'm not broken. I'm just like...
Look.
Worst wake-up I've ever had. Oh, wait, no, that time I was raped by that dude. Okay.
That was the worst.
That was way worse than this.
To see Green missing.
Gosh.
I got up and noticed I was still naked. Great. And I have no clothes. Pikachu. Oh.
Oh, it's Pikachu.
Pikachu! I looked down to see Pikachu wearing my hat and Umbreon holding my clothes. Thanks, guys, but I need a shower first. Go see if someone is in there, please. Umbreon left, and Pikachu smiled at me.
Did it leave you with the clothes?
It said and grinned. I think he was excited for me, but who knows? Yeah, Pikachu's just like, hell yeah, you got laid.
And it wasn't rape this time.
Right. Umbreon walked back, and I looked at her. So, anyone in there? I asked. It shook its head
He's
no.
standing there
And
naked in front of a girl. Oh my god.
I sprinted for the bathroom, locking myself in. I didn't want Oak seeing me naked coming out of Green's room.
Green's point of view. I had just finished cooking breakfast, and Gramps walked in, sitting at the table.
They spelled it Breakfast.
Breakfast. And Gramps walked in, sitting at the table with the newspaper. I gave him his usual coffee and sat some eggs. They always do the possessive. Eggs. It's eggs and bacon in front of him. He stopped reading and looked at me.
Will Red be joining us?
Gramps asked. Yes. Wait, you knew he stayed the night? I asked, placing Red's and my plate down.
Called it. I may be old, but I can still hear.
Plus, you carry a naked dude into the house, and you're like, no, he's... And a naked bleeding dude into the house, and you're like, nope, he's gone. I didn't let him stay. He went home. Gramps said, making me freeze. Red came running down the stairs and sat down in front of his plate.
Yum!
He said, then noticed me and Gramps. I probably looked shocked, and Gramps was embarrassed at the... Oh, wait, no.
Sorry.
Gramps was looking quite proud of himself. So, you heard us? I stuttered, and Red dropped his spoon, full of eggs. Hey, it's plural.
Did it right, yay!
But it's still spoon. Full of eggs, and it's not even a period. And Red dropped his spoon full of eggs. Luckily, it landed back on the plate. Red looked at me, wide-eyed. Then he looked at Gramps.
Yes! Red was the loudest!
Gramps said, drinking his coffee. Red looked horrified and embarrassed at the same time. Gramps, I said, sounding serious.
Yes, Green!
I love Red, and if you can't accept that, I will leave, I said.
I'm fine with it.
He said matter-of-factly. You're okay with it? I asked, a little shocked.
Yeah! So who was the woman?
Women.
Who was the women?
Gramps looked at Red, who squirmed under his eyes. Possessive. Gramps! Possessive. I yelled, shocked.
What is this? What the Gramps is so problematic right now. Like, I was rooting for Gramps for a minute. Like, look, a timeout. I was rooting for Gramps. He is so problematic. Gramps is a fuckboy.
There's no girl in a
Right?
relationship.
I bet it was Red. He seems more like the girl.
Gramps chuckled. Shut up, Gramps. He's already embarrassed enough, I said.
So, Red, do you feel better now?
Gramps asked Red.
What do you mean?
Red asked.
Knowing sex feels better with someone you love.
Gramps smiled.
You're talking to an old man about this.
This is you.
You knew I was...
I cut off Red mid-sentence. Gramps, stop, I said.
Yes, I did, but don't worry, I won't tell your mother. You should, though. Also, you should tell her about you and Green.
Gramps said. He don't have to, I said.
No, he is right. I should.
Red whispered, shoving eggs in his mouth.
You too, Green.
Gramps looked at me. That won't go over well, I whispered, biting a piece of bacon. My father would not be as accepting as Gramps. Mom would probably be fine with it, but Dad, not so much.
Oh, boy.
That's you.
I know it won't. But they should at least know. If something happens, you know you're always welcome here.
Gramps said, standing up, taking his dish with him.
I'll go with you.
Red said, walking over to Gramps to wash his dish, but Gramps said he would do it. I was done next, and Gramps washed my dish too. He never does dishes. I was done next. He's the only one left.
Wait, is this jumping to my point of view?
No.
Your house first, I said, and Green frowned. Well, was that you? Do you have to leave?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
No.
Whose point of view is this?
It's just for a second.
For 1 second, it's my point of view.
Oh, wait, I think that's supposed to be red.
Oh, okay.
Because your house first, I said, and Green frowned.
My mom is going to be very upset.
Red said. I'll help you, I said, kissing his cheek. We headed out the door with his Pikachu and my Umbreon.
So, Umbreon is a shiny... Everybody
Red
stop what
asked.
you're doing because Umbreon is a shiny.
Red asked. Yep, I smiled, looking at her.
Pika!
Pikachu said, running to Red's mom, who was outside gardening.
You should be Red's mom.
Hello, Pikachu. Red, honey, I've missed you. I didn't know you were coming. Red's mom hugged him, and I let go of his hand.
I need to talk to you.
Red said. Okay, hello, Green. Red's mom smiled at me, and I smiled back. We walked inside, and Red had his mother sit down.
Mom.
Remember?
Mom, remember when I went missing those few days before I took Team Rocket down?
Red asked, sitting next to his mother. Yes, I was so worried, she said, looking scared now.
Well, I went missing because Team Rocket kidnapped me.
That's the first time they've capitalized Team Rocket,
Yeah.
Red said. What? His mom yelped. Red looked like he was about to cry, so I walked over to him and grabbed his hand, squeezing it gently.
Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket, he raped me several times. He kidnapped me again a couple days ago. He raped me 3 times. I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
Red started shaking, then began to cry. Oh, honey, it's okay. Shh. She was humming to him, then noticed me holding his hand. I smiled at her, and she smiled back with tears in her eyes. What else do you need to tell me? Or is that all? She asked, acting like she didn't notice.
Green saved me from Giovanni, and he taught me love doesn't have to hurt. I'm in love with Green.
Oh my god.
Red said, still crying. This time I hugged her from behind and whispered, It's okay. It's okay. In his ear. Thank you, Green, for saving him and loving him, Red's mom said. I nodded at her, and Red stood up. Red's mom hugged him, then hugged me, which surprised me a bit. You come visit whenever you want, she told us.
I want to die. Bethany, you're going to join us for the next session because I need someone else to cry with.
Literally terrible.
Okay, Lindsay, you talk because I have a bitch fest at the store.
I don't know what to say. It's just,
Neither do I.
they're moving quickly.
It's moving quickly. Everyone is, like, super immediately accepting, which I guess is cool, but, like, realistically, would
His
they
dad
be?
isn't going to be. Gramps and his mom are accepting. That's
Gramps
too
is
big.
problematic.
Yeah,
Gramps is
there's
problematic.
no girl there's no women.
You know, that makes me sad because, like, he was at least
He was
worth
cool.
rooting for. He was a little weird with, like, ooh, you've got a naked boy in your arms. Good night.
And oh yeah, I
I
heard
may
you guys
be old,
last
but
night.
I still can hear.
I have ears.
Oh my god.
Red was loudest.
Oh my god. I just that would kind of imply that he knows what green moaning sounds like. I don't know.
Yes, he does.
Okay, well, I'm a little dead inside, but hey, you know, if you like the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. We have awesome new content coming out every week, and more of this fic to come because I'm not giving up, even though you guys are probably like, please stop, this is horrid. Yeah, if you have a fic you'd like us to read that is way better than this one, please leave it down below, and we will read it. Until next time, stay awesome, read more smut. I'm just dead inside. Lindsay, you handle the goodbye. See ya.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, we're done. We're done with this
I just
session.
kind of like, what's the word, bemused? Just
bemused.
It's just like, I don't know.
I'm
it's like,
suspended in a state of disbelief.
I'm just laughing.